Welcome to the day 2 of this entire module of demystifying the concept of emotional intelligence. And today in day 2, we are going to discuss the part 2 of self-awareness. Yesterday we discussed of part 1 of self-awareness. You must have taken the EQ quiz and you will know now that where do you stand when it comes to emotional intelligence. So if you are poor or middle somewhere between very good and poor, then this is the time to ensure that you boost up your emotional intelligence, and all the activities starting from today will help you achieve the same. So today I'm going to explain to you a mind-boggling concept of mindsight. So I was recently reading this book by Daniel Siegel, that is The New Science of Personal Transformation, and there he explains a concept of mindsight which I'm going to explain to you today. So it is a kind of focused attention that allows us to see the internal workings of our own minds. It is a process that helps us to be aware of the emotions that are being processed in our brains. This concept of mindset involves a total focus of your emotions that are being processed. By doing this, you will have an altogether control of your emotions, and you will have a better ability to control your emotions, which thereby you will be able to manage and adapt to the emotions of the people that surround you. So this is a concept known as mindsight. In one word, if you want me to explain to you, it is mindset is a focused attention to the emotions that are being processed. Now let me explain to you a neurological concept. When we are attentive, whether we are attentive in our work or we are attentive, in any other activity, what happens is neurons fire. So neurons in our brain, they fire, and that part of the brain gets activated. This firing neurons ensure neuroplasticity, which thereby leads to the process of our emotions being processed. The ability to process our emotion is 10 times more when we have our attention ability more. So that is the entire concept which he tries to explain to us in this book, that neurons, they need to fire. So there is a famous proverb which says that the neurons that fire together, they hire together. So your brain is in a very active state only and only if the neurons fire together, and you need to activate that part of the brain. Limbic system. Limbic system is a part of the brain, also known as emotional brain, that takes control of your emotions. So when you apply this concept of mindset, you're being self-aware, you're being focused to the emotions that you are going through. That is the time when your brain is activated. Many a times, unconsciously, we are not aware of the emotions and we tend to suppress the emotions, which in the long run leads to hazardous effects in our body. So we should not be doing that. Instead, starting from today, we need to apply this concept of mindset. We need to adjust ourselves, adjust our brain to come to the present and to focus and be attentive to the emotions that we are experiencing. Now there are three major concepts of mindset, three principles that I would like to explain to you. So the neurons fire together, the brain becomes activated. That is the core idea of this concept of mindset. Now there are the three principles that you would like to, take it with you as we go along. Number one is name and tame. So you need to name your emotion. You do not need to tame your emotion. For example, I am angry. No, you need to say I feel angry. So I feel angry is that you're naming this emotion and you're feeling this emotion. That's what he puts it up. The second principle he talks about is autopilot mode. So it is simple as you have to be aware. You do not have to ignore what you are feeling and tend to divert. So we are given this advice that, when you're feeling sad, when you're feeling, out of mood, try to divert your attention. But here he tells why you need to do that. You have to simply be aware and do not go on, autopilot mode. Is the reflection tripod. The reflection tripod has three principles. Number one is openness, number two is observation, and number three is objectivity. So in simple words, reflection tripod is you have to reflect on your emotions. Okay, so these are the three principles of mindset. Number one is name your emotion instead of taming your emotion. Number two is autopilot. Do not go on autopilot mode. Be aware of what emotion are you experiencing at the moment. And number three is the reflection tripod, which basically means that you need to reflect on your emotions. So here I would like to share with you one study that was done in the year 2017, that they followed up a group of 63 unemployed professionals for 8 months. One group was told to start writing expressively and the other control group did not. So the result was that 52% of those who wrote found full-time employment compared to only 19% in the group. If you ask me why, the answer is they found out that the 52% of the people, they wrote down their emotions in the book. They were able to process their emotions better, which led them to better motivation and more positive attitude. They did not sulk and they did not complain just in their mind, but they wrote it down in the book. That's the power, my dear friends, of having a pen and a paper. So this case I'm just sharing with you to share with you today's important principle and activity that other one is 1 line a day and the daily stoic journal. These are again fantabulous journals if you're looking for just to write down. So the other day I was reading an article by Ryan Holiday, the one who writes on daily stoicism. He says that he begins his day by starting 1 line a day, like how he wants his day to be. And then he takes up his daily stoic journal where he writes his morning reflection, how he's feeling the morning, what are the tasks he wants to get accomplished during the day. So, the great people out there, the great productive managers, the great leaders, they always and always have a diary. You can trace back to the biographies and autobiographies, and surely you'll find that they will definitely mention this habit of journaling. So now comes today's activity and today's biggest takeaway, that is morning pages. So what is morning pages? The toolkit that you will require is you will require a notebook and a pen. Every day in the morning when you get up, you need to, after you brush your teeth, the first thing that you need to do is take your book and just start writing down. Now you may ask me, what are we supposed to write? And I'll tell you, just write all the thoughts that are coming in your mind. Just let it overflow. So the author in her book, Morning Pages, says that a minimum of 3 pages, but you can start with 1 page and then you can continue. Simply just write down. And that's it for the day. In the night, when you are back from home, when you're back home from office, what you can do is again take up the book and write down your thoughts in that book before you go to bed. Okay, so you can do it either twice a day or you can do it morning itself. So this is known as, in other words, stream of consciousness. When you are conscious, what are the streams of emotions that are going on in your brain? Again, the concept of mindset applies here. Mindsight. So mindsight talks about focus, attention of your emotions, and what better that can be achieved just by this activity of morning pages. Simply take out a book, just isolate yourself from your family members and take out the book and write it down. So presently, as we all are going through this crisis, and many of us may be away from our families, we may be stuck in our offices or wherever we are placed. I'm sure we all are having some or the other kind of emotional turmoil or emotional stability. So now is the time to allow the emotions to come out. And the better exercise is to do this practice of morning pages. So today, starting from today till the 9th day of the challenge, this is one activity that you all will be doing, that is morning pages. Every day you get up in the morning, take up the book and start writing your thoughts. Now, what are the advantages of this, you may ask? The first advantage is that your mind will be a blank slate. You will be very much, you'll feel so light, you'll feel so calm. Number two, just by doing this, you will start getting creative ideas. Definitely, it has proved for me that whenever I do morning pages, it has given me a lot of ideas, which thereby went to be a game-changing idea and has, catapulted my life to a great extent. Number three is when you start doing morning pages, it's one way to to vent out your emotions. It's like crying on paper. You're not able to express it to anyone, express it to your pages. Express your emotions and you'll feel light at heart. You'll feel as if the weight has gone away from you. And last but not the least, morning pages will help you feel productive. We all want to feel productive and accomplished. Once you have your morning pages done, your mind will automatically start working and start giving you ideas of how to get more things done in a less number of time. If you refer to David Allen's book of Getting Things Done, he also suggests that this is one of the ways of having a greater productivity. So these are some of the examples and some of the benefits of doing morning pages. So today's activity, number one, is morning pages. You have to start doing the activity from today. Okay, this is one activity you'll be doing every day, and I would love to have your feedback on the 9th day. The second activity that you need to do today is take a piece of paper, or you can take a book. Like I told you to keep a book with you. In that, draw a straight line towards one side in the middle of the book. Towards one side, write current me, and the other side, write future me. In current me, you will write all the attributes that you see in yourself today. Like, I'm more loving, all the good things and bad things about you, your current status of your life, your current personality. For example, I'm well placed right now. I'm not satisfied with this aspect of mine. All the current attributes of yourself, you will have to write it on the current me side of the column. The next column is future me. How do you perceive yourself 1 year down the line? Do you want to be, you want to be a better productive person? You want to be a better public speaker? You want to read X amount of books? You want to earn X amount of money? You want to learn certain skills? So that will be your future me. Okay, so current me is what you are today as you do this activity, and future me is what all you want to achieve, what all attributes you want to inculcate, what all new skills you want to learn, where you want to see yourself down 1 year's line is your future me. And prompts, as in you can what you can do is every day in the morning you have to get up and you have to write 3 things that you are grateful for the day. Oprah Winfrey says that gratitude is the best ever therapy. You need to be grateful for all that you have. You need to count your blessings. So you get up in the morning and write 3 things that you are grateful for, okay, starting from today till the 9th day. So you have to do 2 activities every day. One is morning pages and the gratitude activity, that is you'll have to count your blessings and be grateful for 3 people in your life, starting from today till the 9th day. Okay, so that's it from my side. Hope you love today's session, the concept of mindset, the 3 principles, morning pages and the activity. My life has changed a 360 degree just by doing this activity of morning pages. It has helped me grow as an individual. It has helped me to multitask certain things and be on top of my game. Being a doctor, I'm a blogger, I'm a YouTuber, I am a social media manager, and also right now I'm pursuing my master's in hospital administration. So to manage all of this requires a lot of task. It's a task and you have to be productive to achieve more if you are multi-passionate. And trust me, this activity has helped me. So please go do it. And today we are going to have a quiz for you. So you will have to answer today's quiz and you will be rewarded certain points for that. And then you will have to give your feedback form too. So that's it from my side. See you soon in the next class.